Video number 2. What is a typecase? Hi, welcome to Grandpa's Ramblings. This is my second video here on YouTube, recorded in early August 2025. My first video was recorded many months ago. I did not intend for so much time to pass between postings. I have been busy. I've decided that now is the time to make another video because I wanted to do a video with me having a rather large beard. I actually started growing this beard at the beginning of November 2024 for the fundraising event Movember, now in support of men's health, originally in support of prostate cancer. And I have throughout my life grown out my beard and worn a beard all winter long many times. In fact, in my wedding pictures, taken in the month of June, I have a beard. Well, when spring hit, my hockey team was going to make the playoffs, so I kept my beard to be a playoff beard. My beloved National Hockey League team, the Edmonton Oilers, had made it to the Stanley Cup Finals for the second year in a row, but they fell short in the last round and ended up second time in a row. No Stanley Cup win for Edmonton, Alberta, or Canada. Then I planned on keeping my beard until the summer solstice, June 20 or the 21st. When that passed, I thought July 1st, Canada Day, would be the end of my beard. But I had a few visits planned with some people who had not seen me with a beard, so I kept it a little longer. But the hot summer weather came, and I'm going to shave, or at least trim my beard, very soon. Things change constantly. First of all, let me explain what is hanging on the wall behind me. It is a printer's typecase. It is a drawer that was used to hold handset letterpress type. Each little section, compartment, held a few of a specific letter, number, or punctuation, or a capital letter. The black lettering indicates which letter was in each cabinet, compartment. Originally, there were no markings of what letter went where. Each printer knew the distribution by heart, and if you were not sure, all you had to do was pick up one piece out of the compartment and check to see which character it was. I wrote in the black letters to help make it more understandable to all the people who did not have a clue as to what it even was. You manually picked up the next letter that you needed and arranged them all in a row to create a line of type for your purpose. When finished printing the required number of copies on a printing press, you took the lines apart and manually set each of the individual letters back in their appropriate compartment. It seems like a slow process, but if you had seen a skilled printer in action back in the day, you'd be shocked at just how fast assembly and disassembly went. This particular typecase did not come from the print shop that I worked in as a teenager, but to me it represents my very first job after high school. Yes, at the age of 18, right after high school, my first job at the local weekly newspaper and print job shop was to assemble some handset type for funeral notices to be displayed at various retail stores around town to inform the public of the recent deaths and when and where their funeral services were to be held. Once I had printed about 25 or so cards, I would walk around town, setting them on the public-facing side of cash registers to help inform the townspeople as efficiently as possible. It was an important public service, and I enjoyed all aspects of my duties, including taking a long walk around town during work hours. At that time, the shop was still a hot lead printing operation for the newspaper and the commercial printing, with one small, barely used offset press. In a few years, it changed to offset printing for the newspaper and most of the commercial printing. When I was a teenager, young adult, the Edmonton Journal, the daily newspaper here in Edmonton, produced a broadsheet-sized newspaper of about 8 or 9 sections, each of between 16 and 24 pages. It was huge, and circulation across the city and the northern part of the province was immense. Everyone I knew had it delivered to their home every day, and I lived in a small rural town. I read it religiously. This was decades before the internet and cell phones. Recently, I was at a grocery store and saw a stack of about 5 copies of the current version of the once mighty paper for sale. It was about 8 pages of tabloid size and had absolutely nothing in it that would entice me to buy a copy. News and information are disseminated differently now. Things change a lot. Just how old am I? As of this recording, I'm 70 years old and have 3 sons and 6 grandchildren, and 3 daughter-in-laws. And it may only be a few years before a grandchild could become a parent and make me a great-grandfather. Do I feel old? No, not at all. I've been blessed with a very healthy life. I continue to enjoy reasonably good health. I believe that I still have the same mental capacity that I have enjoyed throughout my life. I do crossword puzzles regularly. I do Sudoku regularly. But old age may bring dementia, Alzheimer's, my dad used to call sometimers, poor memory, or decreased mental ability soon. Time is constantly moving forward and things do change, even if ever so slowly. I still have my mobility. I go for regular long walks, long bicycle rides, and do regular stretches, exercises, and weight work. I have recently gone swimming, ice skating, and golfing. I'm a widower and live alone. I am totally independent. But I do ask for some help with some things. I still drive, go shopping, maintain my house, and enjoy my life. I lost my wife, my partner of almost 50 years, a couple of years ago. The massive change from being one half of a couple to being a single is way more traumatic than you can believe. Shocking, life-rocking upset. Everything changes, a lot. Life throws stuff at you, and you must respond one way or another. How you handle these things determines your state of mind. And it is your state of mind that determines how you handle things. It is up to you, each and every individual person, to make your life as best as you can as it happens. No one else can or will. So make good choices. That's all for now from Grandpa's Ramblings. Bye.